On this video, I'm going to be giving you guys an exclusive look at my entire studio tour. Some of you guys who have been watching for a while know that we've made some recent upgrades. A lot of people have been wondering, what is this thing behind you, Ruslan? Is it a green screen? Is it high-tech CGI? I'm gonna be revealing that in this video. Also telling you guys my macro content strategy, and at the end, I will be telling you guys what I would have done different.
Ruslan.
Some of you guys have asked for this video. It's going to be a little different. Studio tour reveal. Now, if you guys know me, you know that I am really into the process of habit formation. I think who we are is usually defined by what we do. I love the idea of habits so much. I put together a free habits course with my therapist, Dr. Rudy, over at mastermyhabits.com. I am into creating optimal environments where I can thrive and I can flourish as, first and foremost, a follower of Jesus, then a husband and father, and a creative creator on this platform. And so that is the macro philosophy behind what I'm about to show you guys. Is I want to step into an environment where I can get to creating without needing to think a whole lot. So everything you're gonna see is optimized for that. If you wait till the end of the video, I'm also going to show you guys what I would have done different in building out the studio and kind of where I wanna go from here. So slightly different approach, but I think you guys are gonna really appreciate it. All right, and now I'm going to show you guys the crown jewel of our entire studio setup. Many of you guys have been asking, what is that behind you? Is it a green screen? Are you in an ulterior universe? Is it the meta? I'll tell you guys all about it, and it's not Zach's cool little studio desk here, though this is nice. Here is our ultra short throw 4K projector being broadcasted on an incredible Elite screen. And I gotta send a big, huge shout out to Elite Screens. They're the ones that made this possible with their incredible AR123 CLR screen. You want the right screen so that you don't get a washed out image from the other light in the room bleeding onto the screen. And that is what's so unique about Elite Screens, is they have ambient light deflecting screens to keep the light off the screen. And so we have the Cinebeam broadcasting on this. The background is a custom background that I had made by a gentleman on Fiverr who used Unreal Engine and some other effects. Of course, we have our nice little fake plants from Amazon. And so this right here is what really makes the background pop. It's not a green screen. It is a ultra short throw projector. Now the projector is from LG. It's the Cinebeam, but here's the deal. You could really use any ultra short throw 4K projector. But what you do need, ambient light deflecting screen that Elite Screens make. My only thing that I wish was different is I wish the screen was bigger. That's really it, so I could be fully immersed in it. Over here, we have the video switcher from ATM Mini. We've been using this for a while. You guys probably remember this from our last studio tour. So I have quite a few computers here. Okay, the first computer is an old MacBook that Zach actually sold me, that all it does is run our environmental backdrop here that goes to our Elite screen here. So that's all this computer does. We like to just let machines do things on their own. The other computer is this super wide LG 49-inch display, and this LG display up here, that is a Mac Mini 2021 M1 that is just running my reaction videos, and that is being piped in to the iMac, which allows me to stream from one computer only. One computer is doing the upload stream, the other computer is doing the download stream, and then I have my Stream Deck that allows me to hit different buttons and cut, whether I'm going into a reaction mode, whether I'm going into a intro or an outro. All of that is controlled by Stream Deck, which is controlling my software, Ecamm Live. And the link for Ecamm is in the affiliate below. Ecamm is the software that does the streaming. It builds my entire scenes and sets, and it allows for folks to call in and do interviews with me so that we don't have to use something like Skype, or we don't have to use something like Zoom. The quality is pristine from Ecamm. Shout out to the people at Ecamm, and they provide customer support. I used to use OBS. Sometimes we still use OBS for like screenshots and stuff like that, but Ecamm is just a whole nother level of quality, whole nother level of support. For audio, this is important. Get yourself the Rodecaster Pro, the best audio. I actually feel very insecure that we're not using Rodecaster Pro audio. I don't even know what it's like to hear my voice on something that's not Rodecaster Pro audio. So we have the Rodecaster Pro audio. It's going through 2 different microphones. The Sennheiser microphone here, it is a shotgun mic. I don't like microphones in shots. I don't like the whole podcast vibe. That's just me. So this is an overhead mic, shotgun mic. It's right pretty close to my face. And so that is the audio going through here. And of course, I have my in-ears that are custom molded in-ears that are built specifically for my mold. That is plugged into this little thing, which is connected to the Rodecaster Pro. And I recently got these iLoud speakers that I really love. And the thing that really makes my experience in terms of live streaming so unique is my Glide Gear teleprompter that allows me to look into the camera with notes on the screen, and it creates the illusion that I'm always looking into the camera, but there's actually another screen right in front of the camera, and it's about a 12-inch screen, and I love this thing. My next teleprompter will be even bigger, and I highly recommend, if you're going to be doing live streaming, if you're going to be doing interviews, don't sell yourself short, man. Get a teleprompter because it really is a game changer.
Now behind Ruslan are these super important lights. These are the newer RGB lights. Now they can change color, a whole spectrum of colors that you can use with a color wheel, and it's super important to sell the effect of the background. So whatever image we have projecting onto the background, I can go into the app and choose the colors that would most likely be reflecting onto Ruslan. So when he's standing here, the hair light that is on him, it looks similar to the actual image that is projected on the screen, which sells the effect. It makes it look so much better than a green screen. And so if you want to do this type of effect, even though it is a little more complicated, these 3 lights are as important as having a great screen, a great projector, and a great image.
Our camera setup is very simple. I am a Canon guy, so the main camera that you guys see me streaming from is a Canon EOS R, and it is a 24mm 1.8 Sigma lens. My left angle is a Canon SL3 Sigma 18-35 1.8, which creates more of that bokeh. And then my close-up shot is another Canon SL3 on a basic nifty 50 lens f1.8 as well. And the left camera is on an electronic slider that allows us to create some of that parallax effects and just kind of create some more depth in the shot. There is this studio tour. Some of you guys have been asking about it. Now, in terms of things I would like to do different is I would eventually want to get a bigger screen. Here's why. I just feel like this shot is great, but I wish it was about right here, and I can't really stand this far back because of the lighting would bleed on the screen. So I wish the screen was bigger so that the desk could be further back so that I could kind of be more like waist up. Small, minor thing that I think we could eventually work out with Elite Screens. And by the way, here is the official screen from Elite Screens. It is the CLR3 123 inches behind me. So it's 123 inches behind me. And again, what makes their screens elite, and I'm not just saying that because they gave us a free screen. We did spend a ton of time looking at all the different screen options, is this ambient light rejecting from the screen. It was relatively easy to put together. Zach essentially put the whole thing together in about a day or so. It is massive when it comes in like a roll, and then you got to like build it yourself in the whole bit, and then I just had somebody mount it on the wall behind me. So that's the first thing that eventually I will want to get a bigger screen. What the strategy is to make content, switch these backgrounds. So for example, tomorrow night we're doing our channel review, and that will have a different background. I'll be in a different environment, if you will, right? So if you're a YouTuber, you're wanting to get your channel review, we have like a $30 Patreon tier that you could sign up on, and every other one we do a review where we review channels and I give you feedback. It's kind of like some coaching stuff like that. So the backgrounds will change for that. When we do music reviews, it's a different background, right? So that is why. And a lot of the philosophy from this is listening to a lot of Mr. Beast stuff and wanting to reinvest back into what we're doing. If you guys have been watching carefully, you know that not only has the environment improved the content has improved. Why? Because we want to make better and better and better and better videos. What got us to 100,000 subscribers is not what's going to get us to 1 million subscribers. We got to keep stepping up the quality. And so everything is optimized to get us in the flow state, to get us creating videos, whether they're for short forms, which you've been investing a lot into, or whether they're in this live stream format. You notice they open with an intro buffer, and we jump in live, and then we do a re-engagement. So that is very intentional. And I recommend most creators, get yourself something basic. You don't got to start like this. Get yourself something basic, but build it in a way where you can jump into the creation process as quickly as possible. But because if you got to think about it, set up the camera, tinker with the lighting, all those little decisions, they add up. But if you could have a corner of your house, a corner of a room where you could jump in, boom, now you're creating, then you're going to get there faster. This is a higher end of the spectrum. But you also got to understand that in the YouTube space, I'm looking to always be on the cutting edge. And that's just not me saying it. That's other guys like Sean Cano from Think Media looking at what we're doing and saying it. That's folks like the producers over at Valuetainment looking at what we're doing and saying, oh my gosh, your guys' stuff is incredible. And that is intentional. We're trying to be on the cusp of what's next, not trying to do what everybody else is doing. And so that is why we make big reinvestments back into the channel. And a lot of that is possible because you guys are watching and also because of our incredible Patreon community. The only thing that I would have done different initially getting started is I wish I would have gotten the Rodecaster Pro earlier. It really is a game changer for sound. We own 2 of them, one for our travel setup, which we're going to be doing more travel stuff, and 2 are here. And the Rodecaster Pro really is completely groundbreaking if you can get in and tweak with the settings. I have an audio background, so I wish I would have gotten there sooner. One thing we didn't mention was the lights that we have are these rollable LED lights. These are these rollable LED lights, so the light above me, rollable LED light, the light to the left, rollable LED light, and the light on Zach is rollable LED light. And it's just a nice softer light that we can get closer, but it's a bigger light and they're inexpensive. They're like 88 bucks. So it's like certain things we definitely spent premium on, like a projector, ultra short throw projector. Other things you'd be shocked by the expense of like how cheap some of the lighting is. And so it just really depends. You could definitely shop around. And so that is the studio. Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully on a macro level, you see the bigger, broader picture behind what it is we're trying to do and why we're trying to do it, because we're trying to make the very best content we can with what we have and consistently reinvesting into our streamlined environment as well as our videos and our edits. And Zach's been on full-time with us since August, and we're going to continue improving the quality because we believe in the message that much. So if you guys are looking to get into the YouTube space, you have nowhere to start, maybe this is overwhelming for you, that's okay. I put together a free niche training in the link of this description to help you find your YouTube niche. It really does start with figuring out what your channel is about. And 2, tomorrow we have our channel reviews, which is where this stream is going to get redirected to, where you could sign up at our $30 Patreon tier. I will be reviewing your channel and I will be giving you guys some additional coaching if you've already had your channel reviewed. The estimated cost for the entire studio, I don't know, it's definitely north of 10K, probably closer to 15 to 20K. That is approximately what we spent. But again, this is over time. I didn't have the screen and the projector. That was a big expense. We didn't have that a year ago. But when I first started taking off on YouTube, we took that revenue and guess what? We upgraded all the computers. We got new cameras. We got better lenses. Hopefully that answered your question. A lot of my creator friends have been texting me, asking me, what is the studio? How did you do it? I'm just gonna send everybody this video so y'all can stop asking me. And God willing, we're in a bigger space. Hopefully by the end of the year, we can get a bigger screen and continue scaling and making what we're doing better and better. All right, appreciate you guys. Peace.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Be sure to check the links in the description, including that free Find Your Niche training if you're inspired, looking to get into the YouTube space. We also have a Master My Habits course I put together with my Christian therapist, Dr. Rudy. And if you want to see where we started to where we are now, you can check out the original studio tour from about a year ago. It'll be added in these cards. All right.